Oh my God! Seriously?
Oh, here we
So we
go.
can't
Yeah.
we
I
can't say bad words.
Not right now. I have everybody's mic on. We are live. Live in a way. Live 我们一起
Oh
record.
no!
哦，恭
Oh
喜發
no!
財，right？恭喜
So
發
I
財。
so I need to remove this logo.
I'm not even removing this logo. Who cares? It's whatever I want to wear. I'm not talking
So
bad
this
about anything.
the New Year edition is live. Huh?
New Year edition is live. 恭喜發財，right？恭喜發財。
Wow. Don't worry about that.
Did you guys have wait? Do
This
you
To
know?
get rich.
Yeah.
the first thing crossed my mind this morning. I hope you get rich.
Hope you get rich, all of you. Everybody get rich, okay?
I wish you get rich.
There's no Chinese
That's
movie.
why I did an up. That's why I did an update on my status today. I I wish you get rich.
Yes, I wish you get rich. Everybody.
I wish you get rich.
I'm surprised there's no Chinese movie predicting these events, just making fun of like, oh my god, today's Lin Chao Yat, so I'm rich. Or Lin Chao say I'm starting to get more money. There's no Chinese comedy movie. Hey,
What do you mean?
like
A New Year movie like Hong Kong?
yeah, like a New Year movie.
I'm
like
pretty sure
Hong Kong.
they have, but we don't get to see it.
We don't get to see it, right? So I want to
Yeah.
talk to you guys about that. So, I got a smart TV when I moved to a new place, right? And on one of the apps is called Asian Crush. Okay, Asian Crush is available for your phone. So you know what it have? It's basically like Netflix for Asian movies, but it's not just Chinese. It's like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, like whatever Asian movie is on there. But the thing is that they'll play ads, but it's still free. But I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how big the library is. It have
Okay.
TV shows and movies. Okay.
I never heard of it before.
Yeah, I never heard of it and tried to start like, man, what are all these useless apps on my TV? So I checked it out.
How many does it show you how many people download and using that app?
Oh, you know what? Let me take a look. It's on the Play Store.
Okay, you need to look at that because you know maybe it's only 10,000 people use it.
No, over 100K download. It says
Well,
100K plus.
100K versus the Asian population, so there isn't many people using it.
I bet you most of these are called non-Asian people. You know what? Maybe because we don't use stuff like that because we bootleg. We use BT, not for bootleg for BitTorrent.
We used to.
Yeah, I haven't used BitTorrent in a long time. So I got two things that we could talk about, right? The 15-day celebration, or what we wanted to talk about since the last time, the first 10 amendments.
Are we going through all 10 of them? Because
Yeah.
I only remember a few of them.
Okay. I have a list here, so I'm just weeding it off. Okay.
From my memory, it's all about human rights. But the whole thing is about human rights.
Okay. So about human rights, right?
That's how much I understand about the Ten Amendments.
Let me go over them real quick. Just 10. The first one is freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. The second one is right to keep and bear arms in order to maintain a well-regulated militia. The third one is no courting of soldiers. The fourth one is freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. Number 5, right to due process of law. Freedom from self-incrimination, double jeopardy. Rights of accused persons, for example, right to a speedy and public trial. Number 7 is right of trial by jury in civil cases. Number 8 is freedom from excessive bail, cruel and unusual punishment. Number 9 is other rights of the people. And number 10, power reserved to the state. So yeah, I think everything sounds like it's right to human life except for number 10, right? Powers reserved to the states.
Power to what state?
Reserved.
Reserved to the
What does that
state.
mean?
Let's see. I have a different page telling me
Reserved.
what they mean.
Okay.
Reserved.
The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution,
Yep.
nor prohibited by it to the state, are reserved to the state respectively, or to the people.
Yeah, I'm reading the
Because
same.
I think it's because United States, United States. So state itself alone, you govern your own.
Oh, okay. Kind of like what the pandemic did, like the Trump told the
Yes.
states they regulate their
So
own mass law.
every state do different things.
Yeah, every state can do different
So,
things, so
Okay.
that's the 10
so
commandment.
Washington cannot tell you what to do.
Yep. So still, yeah.
You Texas do your own thing.
So we have no
You
problem with that.
Wisconsin, you do your. I mean, that sounds right, right?
Yeah, that's all right. That's America. So that's the 10th Amendment. So that's number 10. What did I say number
Okay.
9 was? I always forget. Other rights of the people. That's number 9. Enumeration.
The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed, right?
Yeah, construed.
To deny or disparage
Disparage.
others retained by the people.
I don't know what that means. Good thing I'm not a history major. I don't want to guess.
Good thing we're Asian, so we have an excuse.
That's our excuse. Hey, what does the Ninth Amendment mean? Non-enumerated rights? What does that mean? Let me see explanation. That's from 1791. Rights retained by the people. Oh, that's a lot of reading. So I'm just going to see rights retained by the people, right? And that sounds good enough for me. I don't have any problems with it. I just want to get down to number 1, or probably the top 5. Oh, okay, number 8 I like. It's the freedom from excessive bail, cruel and unusual punishment. This just sets the thing where, like, hey, let's just say Cody's a millionaire, I am whatever, right? But our both of the bails is set, like, not because he's a millionaire, so we can set his bail at $1 million. Everyone is the fair and equal bail, right? When you get arrested, that's how I'm taking it. Excessive bails shall not be required, no excessive fines imposed, no cruel and unusual punishment inflicted.
What is considered excessive?
Like $1 billion. If Cody and I were in trouble with something like, hey, to bail these 2 guys out, it doesn't matter what the level of the crime is.
Is it based on the crime you commit, or based on your wealth?
Oh, based on the crime you commit.
Okay.
It should never be based on your wealth, right? That means that's personal. It looks like you were right. A lot of these are protecting personal rights. That makes sense. No cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. Sometimes I don't like that. Cruel and unusual. What is considered cruel and unusual to me might not be the same for you, right?
I think they go by a lot of examples.
Right?
What'd you say, Cody?
Up to the person, to judgment, the judge's, I guess the jury or the judge's judgment, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's no law saying like, hey, well, unusual would be, hey, Cody committed a crime, right? He robbed Lamb's house. So for the next 5 years, Cody have to be Lamb's butler. There's no punishments like something like that, because that would be unusual. It's always time served. Would you agree? Any crime you commit, right, is like, hey, $50,000 fine or 10 months in jail or something like that. But then in my mind, sometimes that could be cool and unusual, right? $50,000, that's kind of cool because I don't have $50,000. Is that fair? Or unusual would be, what I just said about the butler thing.
But I hate to break this into the conversation, but what do you think when there's multiple example when a white person commits a crime versus a black person commits the same crime?
That's
that kind of fall into that, don't you think? It's like I hate to bring this race and stuff into it. It has completely nothing to do. But it has everything to do with it, but not for today's topic. But I'm sorry, this is the first thing crossed my mind. I'm like, okay.
So
this is just kind of my coworker and I. We nearly had the same conversation, like about this, the excessive punishment and bail and crime and cruel, unusual, punishment. How would a black person carrying a couple ounces of marijuana get 10 years of jail when versus a different race person, maybe carrying a key of cocaine?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, a whole kilo of cocaine, or maybe half a kilo of cocaine, and get like a 10 years and then fucking 5 years probation. I mean, or maybe a 3 years in jail with a 5 years probation, versus this guy with just a couple joints of marijuana.
Isn't the difference is the lawyers here now? Is that the difference?
I don't know.
The
I
level
don't
of
know.
lawyer they can afford? Because it sounds like if you just lay it like that, right? It sounds like whoever carries the cocaine should be a harsher punishment than the person with marijuana.
I Maybe it's because they both consider just drugs in
Yeah,
general,
yeah, drugs in general.
right? Then then how do you justify when this guy has so much more, in possession, versus this person has such a smaller amount and get more jail time than the other guy? I'm
Wow.
not talking about cocaine is more expensive or marijuana. I'm just talking about let's both treat it as illegal drugs,
Well, if you put it on
right?
that level, yeah, I don't understand how they measure that. If you look at just illegal drugs, not the cocaine, not the marijuana, I don't know.
It's just like the same way you look at this.
Oh,
It's
I got it.
not black people attack this. It's just this person individually.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I know how to
Same.
justify this. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so let's just say the cocaine is white, right? I don't know because they're both white. It's
Okay.
it's 3 years with a 5 year probation because it's his first offense. Okay, opposed to the black guy who's always getting in trouble for selling marijuana or whatever. Right? This is totally messed up, by the way, and that's why he get 10 years because they felt that like, hey, you're always doing the same thing. Okay, so we gotta punish you harder just so that way you listen to the message. I feel like everything I'm saying is totally messed up, by the way. Just
No,
because,
it actually makes sense.
yeah, but because
It
your
makes
first
sense.
offense, right? Like, opposed to many, 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 many. So let's just say in this scenario, right? Cody is the one thing and then Kelvin is the other. Does that mean it's racist then? Or does that mean like, hey, how does the marijuana person get more sentence than the cocaine person? Let's not, if we don't talk about black and white, let's talk about Chinese and Chinese. Would we look into how harsh
It
it
will
is
be
then?
it will be how many times you commit the same crime.
Yeah, how many times you commit the same crime?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would make sense.
because you sound like the media when you present us that. It feels like, hey, we're not giving all the facts here. I don't think we'll ever will, unless you have to do
Yeah.
independent research, which is like, who the hell's gonna do that? That's bullcrap. Cruel and unusual punishment. I think that's from whatever, like England, right, or other countries. Did back then they probably have cruel and unusual punishment, like when we were kids. If we didn't do homework, the teacher make you stand outside of the classroom, right, with the book on top of your head. Isn't that cool and unusual? Or you had to carry the water bucket for the whole class, like so that's cool and unusual, right? We don't do that shit here in America, do we? Do they still do that in our country where like, hey, if you didn't do your homework,
Probably
you
not anymore.
right
Not.
now?
Yeah. This whole participation trophy thing is everywhere, not just America. I mean, I'm talking about like the what do you call those? The millennial thing.
Millennial, yeah.
The millennial thing is also in Hong Kong,
Really?
not in China, in Hong Kong too. So entitled. Look at all those people, occupying, Central and all that shit. Those are all millennials.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
That's good then. All right, number 7. Right of trial by jury in civil cases. That's easy, right? Like everybody have the right to trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair trial. Okay.
Which is fair. I mean, like even those I can afford the rich people's trial against the whatever I can afford trial. That's still everybody still have a trial. Okay. So it ties in with number 6. Rights of accused persons. Rights to speedy and public trial. That means everybody
What is
go to court, right?
what is a speedy and public trial? What does speedy mean?
I don't
Like
think speedy is the same
it,
thing
it
as you
means
and I
that
think.
the speed.
Like a traffic ticket, right? If you fight a traffic ticket, that's pretty. Like they give you a chance to fight it. Not like a murder trial where he's like, man, this is going in for months. I never understood that.
Hmm.
The accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and this district wherein the crime shall have committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and should be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, should be confronted with the witness against him to have compulsory process for obtaining witness in his favor, and to have assistance of counsel for his defense. Oh, so it's like everybody have the right to attorney.
No, it's just a trial and a fair trial. There's
Yep.
people that represent you,
Yeah,
and then the prosecutor has to have witnesses and prove you guilty, and then you have
Yep.
a chance to fight. Yeah.
yeah. So no old school China like, oh, this person's guilty because he should have done this, and you know, you have to prove that I done it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the what's it? Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except sometimes, like if I'm innocent until I'm proven guilty, right? Why do you put me in the jail cell until I go to court? I don't understand that part. You know what I mean? Like if arrested me, right? They're gonna hold me in a prison until I have to prove my innocence, right? Or am I?
I think that's why you have bail, so you don't have to stay in the prison.
So you have to make bail just to get out?
Yeah, it's like an insurance. All right, you got to bail yourself out. So if you run away from your trial, then someone will be responsible for your actions.
I was gonna say that like it feels like only the people who can afford bail are innocent until proven guilty.
In a way, yeah, when you put it this way.
Yeah.
I was feeling the same thing.
Unless you get a bail bonds person or an attorney. You should always get an attorney.
So if you're not wealthy,
But you don't have to be wealthy, right? Like, you know, if you just call a lawyer, they probably bail you out. But then let's just say I don't know, like I don't get a lawyer, I don't call Calvin or
Lawyer
Cody.
is a lot more expensive. Those bail bond people are so much cheaper. But since they bail you out, sometimes they will find a co-signer. Depends on your case.
Depends on my case.
Yeah, and then the co-sign people will end up sharing the responsibility to make sure that your ass goes to the trial.
Jail. Yeah, goes to trial. Yeah, not in jail. Yeah, goes
if
to
you
trial.
fail to show up, then the bail bond people are gonna fucking go after you because now they have to pay for the bond.
Yep, you gotta be good for it.
Yeah, so because you didn't show up to court. Now they sometimes they even depends on the case. Sometimes they even fucking hire bounty hunter to get to bring your ass in.
Yeah, because they have a huge risk.
Yeah.
Man, whoever thought of this business back then is brilliant. Like, I think we should like whenever this idea came up, right? Like, hey, you know what? There's a lot of people in jail. Let's try to offer some kind of service to these people who can't afford bail money in the first place. Dude, that's a brilliant idea, bro. Alright, number 5 is a lot of people's favorites. I plead the 5th. Right to due process of law, freedom from self-incrimination, and double jeopardy. First of all, that means they can't accuse you for the same crime twice. And freedom from self-incrimination, I think that's the one that people always use it as. I don't think the due process of law. If you want to associate number 5 with like, I plead the 5th. Hey, Cody, did you kill your father? I plead the 5th. People say that all the time. Like, I plead the 5th. I think they're doing that at the Trump trial right now. Well, maybe not the Trump trial, but whatever, political stuff. Yeah. I plead the 5th. Yeah. So you just can't self-incriminate. I don't have anything to say that.
I feel like when you say I played the play, it's like you're admitting you did it.
Yeah, in a way,
you feel
right?
that way. Either you say no, either you say no, I didn't do it, or I played the play. So doesn't that sound like you basically admitting, but you don't want to say yes?
Yeah, but you don't want to say yes because you can get away from like. It is sure it does that to me too. Did you do this? I plead the 5th. I'm gonna teach my kids to say that. Yeah, so did you do it? I don't know. You had to prove that. It's one of these amendments. You had to prove I'm guilty.
You had to prove that I did it, yeah.
You had to prove I did it. Sorry. This is not how this game is played. We're in America. Number 4. freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. That means that no one can just search your house or your property without a reasonable doubt, right? Yeah, they can't just come in and search for your
Yes.
stuff.
Your car,
They will need
everything.
a warrant.
Yeah, they need a warrant.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, that's good. I don't have any
For a
problem.
reasonable cost.
Reasonable cost, yeah. Like no, you fit the
See,
description.
they can make out reasonable cost, right?
Can they?
They can make it up, right? If they decide to make up a reason. So how can we prove that that's not a valid reasonable
The
cost?
lawyer probably could prove it. If you have a good enough lawyer, they could probably disapprove the whatever. That's why, like, when on your car they say like, hey man, if you find something wrong, fix it. If you have a broken taillight, fix it. That's reasonable cost for them to stop you. You need to fix everything.
Because, yeah.
All right.
A lot of these are actually pretty common, and we just didn't even know it was in the 10th Amendment. I thought yeah. These are just, oh no, I closed this. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's weird. Okay, there you go.
Oh, okay, good.
I closed the screen for no reason, for some reason.
So number 4, I remember really well because my dad, because you know when you live in China, right? He tells me that a cop or soldier can come into any time in his house, and they can take whatever they want. And no one's going to report that, right? I thought that's pretty messed up, and I'm so glad we're in America because the 4th Amendment.
That's because it's communism.
Yeah, it's communism. I know.
They own your ass and everything in your house.
Everything in your house, you don't own anything.
Yep.
Number 3, no quartering of soldiers. That means like, no soldiers in a time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, or in a time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. So no matter what time period, soldiers are not allowed to be quartered in your house. That's just an old amendment from when they fight off from Britain. I mean, like, we don't have that problem now, do we?
No, I think all the 10th Amendment they were written in the same era.
Yeah, when we broke away from, we didn't break away from England. The other, Caucasians broke away from England. They want to make sure that, like, hey, none of this stuff is right, so we gotta put that in amendments and we gotta follow this. That's it. And people have been following it. Especially number 2. Number 2 is a huge one. Right to keep and bear arms in order to maintain a well-regulated militia. Isn't that crazy? Right to bear arms. I like that how this one never really updated from, 1791 to 2021.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when they had the Second Amendment, right? Hey, right to bear arms. You know how long? If I fucking takes like 15 minutes to load a bullet and fire it back then. And now I could fire like 15 bullets in a second. Or maybe not a second, like 5 seconds. No one thinks to update this Bill of Rights. Maybe like, hey, Amendment 2, Agenda 1.
They cannot alter the Bill of Rights, but they can add more rights to
limited rights, right?
To
well,
change,
right.
to kind of
overrule, right?
To kind of ban the to ban it and curve it a little bit from the one previously.
Yeah, right. Because we have advanced technology. But when you say right to bear arms, I go like, I have a nuclear weapon that's arms, or it's my American God-given right to have this nuclear bomb, right? Because it says in the amendment, I have the right to keep and bear arms. There should be nothing abandoning, not allowing me from buying a nuclear warhead if I have the money for it.
The thing is, when it says a well-regulated militia, it means something that can head to head with the current equipment of our army or of our military.
Oh, so whatever they have, we can have?
Well, are we a well-regulated militia?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it has to be, maybe like a security company, right? So, like Tony Stark, so now he is a security company. He has right to have certain amounts of weapons because he served as a well-regulated militia to serve the people, not the fucking country. But us, we are not militia.
No.
We're just civilians. So, yeah.
So are you saying that like if we all own guns, right? We should be in part of some kind of militia to compare to, I guess, the United States Army.
I think, like you said back then, when people make this Second Amendment, I support Second Amendment. I love my gun, I mean, I don't think we should hold military grade of grade weapons.
Oh, okay.
We're not in war. It can be a sport, shooting sport. It can be fun, right? But we're not here to. I mean, maybe up to a certain degree where it's enough to protect your family, self-defense. You're not carrying that shit to go outside, try to start a war.
So you can still have guns as a hobby. Hey, I'm a gun collector or something, but I'm not.
It's like driving a car. The military weapon is like a drag race car. You're not gonna drive a drag race car going to work, fucking 0 to 60 in like 1.1 seconds. You know what I mean? But you need a car, right? So I think guns should be regulated.
Regulated in a way.
Just like we regulate vehicles. You need to take a class. Your vehicle needs to be registered and insured. I think so does fucking guns. So goddamn, you won't have people having a fucking garage with like fucking 500 guns in that shit. Why do you need that many guns? You don't see people with 500 cars in the garage.
No. At least I don't.
To me, I think some people are just excessively on these.
Own guns.
They abuse it.
They abuse
it.
Everything is under Second Amendment.
Yeah, I like my guns. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna go buy fucking 15 pistols. I only need one. I have fucking one hand. I mean, one hand shooting on left. I can't even shoot with my left, so I'm gonna just use. So why would I need 2 pistols?
Okay. Or semi-automatic weapons, right? I mean, I don't know which one is legal and which one is not. No,
I mean, I have an M4. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but
holy shit,
I do have a rifle. I have a rifle, but it's not. I don't have it like fucking upgraded to like with there's like a flashlight and shit like that. I had it because I used to go to shooting range once a week, even with Lewis back then. So I had that, but I probably shot it back less than 200 rounds on that rifle, and it's been sitting. So I still maintenance it. I break it down into little parts, and then I not clean, but relubricate it and put it back like a couple times a year. That's it. And so we do need regulation. We don't need people go out there with like fucking 15, pistol around their belt and shit like that. We don't need that shit.
Did we have that recently? Was it 2019 where people were like, was it in Michigan? It was last year, right? Where Michigan people are bringing their guns to the Capitol and stuff.
I don't know, but they did that shit last week at the Washington.
Was it last week?
2 weeks ago? I don't know. Fuck. Recently, the most recent.
The riot, right? Yeah, they did.
2-3 weeks ago. Like a month?
Oh my gosh.
A month ago, actually. Yeah.
So.
No, it was January. Well, 20th was the inauguration.
Yeah.
Probably a week before that.
A week before that?
So, yeah, almost a month ago. Close to. Oh, yeah, no. Shit. A month ago. Cody was right. Today is the 12th already. I kept thinking today is like the first or the second.
Right to bear arms. I think with a lot of these amendments, our last amendment was in 1992. It's been almost 20 years. We haven't added anything. Just looking at guns, right? We don't have an amendment about cars. Because, you know, it wasn't invented back then.
Yeah, there's
That
no
means we've
amendment
been
on
paying
cars.
these.
Yeah.
That means we've been paying these congressmen hundreds of thousands of fucking money
To stay
per
the same.
month
To
for
stay the
not
same.
doing anything since 1992.
Since 1992, yeah. No one updated it. No one add like an addendum to like, hey, number 5. You know, like I remember number 5. We need an A, B, and C. You know, to set things straight because you know we advance in technology since then. Which brings me to now number 1: freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. I think a lot of people just remember number 1 is either religion or speech. Press is I'm gonna fit that in speech because you know it's saying you know whatever you want. Assembly and petition. Well, people still use like online petition and stuff, but I know speech is one of the greatest things. A speech.
What does it mean by assembly?
Like gathering, right? Like a protest.
Yeah, protest.
Yeah. So you could gather.
Yeah, the freedom to do protest. Yeah.
Yep. So, which is like petition. So speech. It has written and spoken speech, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good because you know, like if you're dumb, right? Like you know, if you can't talk, then you know does that you don't get to the same freedom. Or deaf mute. And I know Kelvin was wanting to point out about burning of the flag, and people are trying to say that as freedom of speech. I don't see freedom of expression.
I don't think. That's why I was wondering what does assembly mean.
No, assembly is hold on, let me read that other bigger thing.
It's okay. The
freedom to protest.
It is the right of people peacefully to assemble.
Yeah, peacefully to assemble. Yeah.
Like it's a gathering.
Yeah, it's a gathering.
Yes.
Because we have flag law to protect our flag.
Uh-huh.
And burning it's a form of alteration, and I don't think the flag law allows you to do that.
So you're saying people are burning the flag and they're saying it's a freedom of speech?
It is not. And it's illegal.
No, it's not. But people are saying it is part of freedom of speech. Yeah.
It's part of it's an expression of what I want to say.
Then why don't you just say what you want to say instead of going through all the trouble of burning the flag?
Yeah, exactly.
You had to buy gasoline. You had to buy matches. You had to buy a flag. If you want to say something, you know, talking is free. The action, you know. So this is pretty messed up. Like, oh, I don't like this person, you know.
The thing is, when you say freedom of speech, so your action is your speech. So what message you trying to say here, burning the flag? Last I checked, when the flag was burned, there was an invasion.
Yeah, a disrespect too.
You know, when you invade a country, you took over. You know, you put your flag. You burn your enemy's flag.
Or you put it on the ground first.
Right?
It's also a flag law that you cannot lay the flag on the ground. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I think I already told you guys this, but I say it again. Back after I graduate high school, I went for a senior trip with a whole bunch of, seniors to Mexico. So this guy, who was super fucking drunk, I don't know him, but I saw what happened. He went out there. The hotel we were staying has a Mexico flag outside the pole, right? There's a pole with the flag. He went out there to lower the flag.
Lower the Mexican flag?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was arrested. I'm pretty sure he got deported back to the United States because of that.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure what happened to him. All I knew, I assumed that they deported him back just because he's fucking drunk. But I have not seen him again since that, and it was the first night we arrived. He went and lowered the Mexican flag, and he was arrested. Just lowering it, not even fucking doing anything to damage it.
What is a flag law about? Well, I know in U.S. does. I don't know about Mexico. Like that in U.S. like the American flag has to fly higher than other flags, except on certain occasions and certain days.
If you have other flags that you fly in your property, the American flag has to be higher.
Yeah, and I think the Texas state flag is the only flag that can fly at the same height as the American one.
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, you can say whatever you want. You say it.
Yep, you say it.
So if you punching someone, is it considered freedom of speech?
No, that's assault.
That's assault.
Because I just say like, hey, I don't like Calvin, so I killed him. That's my expression.
That's my freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's my freedom of speech. I'm expressing how much I don't.
You know. So burning a flag, you actually, it represents the country.
Yes.
It's a symbol. So it's like Domino Pizza. You're stepping on the Domino's logo. And Nebraska, what's that?
Huskies.
Whatever.
Huskers. I'm sorry, Huskies is a dog. Huskers. Husker.
So how would you be pissed off if Husker playing another team and those guys just put the Huskers flag on the ground and run over it?
Oh yeah, like Cowboys.
Yeah, right. You fucking pissed. Why can't? What about
They do that in Europe on soccer countries. You put the other team's flag on the floor. There's gonna be some fighting going on.
Mhm.
Don't tell me it's freedom of speech.
So that flag represents your team, same as the American flag represents the country.
The country. This freedom of speech thing is so touchy. Like, what if someone comes in and calls us like racial slurs, right? And then he's okay to do it because it's freedom of speech. But then if we kick his ass for it, if we kick his ass for it, now we're in trouble because he's exercising his freedom of speech.
So basically, I just punch you like the way I burned the flag. Is my freedom of speech too?
Oh, that's action.
No, according to them, burning a flag is freedom of speech. So I punching you is a freedom of speech too.
Oh, this is such a huge gray area.
No, then they'd be like, oh no, but that's hurting a person.
Yeah, punching a person is...
Because there's law to protect that.
To protect humans, right? There's no law to protect a flag, and then what are the flag laws? Well, you know what? Whoever thought of that, I'm Googling that right now. Is burning the flag freedom of speech? The majority of the court, according to Justice...
definitely not. Trust me on that.
Symbolic speech. One of the Justice, William Brennan, which also that held a flag burning constitutes as a form of symbolic speech. So is this because it's a flag, right? But then we can apply the same thing to a human. If someone comes in and calls a racial slur, if we punch him, right? Can that constitute a form of symbolic speech? I'm expressing my anger. It's very symbolic. This person called me a chink, right? So I punched him. It's my symbolic speech because there was nothing I can say to make me feel different. It's protect. Oh my! That's why you bring that up, Calvin. Flag burning.
This is the argument that I heard all the time is when those people who burn the flag, right? And then this group of people burning the flag, and then the other group of people saying, "Oh yeah, you're burning the flag, and this flag law, this blah 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 blah." Then they will go back, "Oh, you're so patriotic. You're not supposed to wear the flag on your body either."
Oh, you're not. Yeah, you're not supposed to wear the flag on your body.
The flag, how those people they have a tank top with the American flag,
yeah,
and then like the short or whatever or bikini,
yeah,
right. That's also, if you really want to go by that, those are illegal as well.
Yeah, those are illegal. Well, you cannot use I read about that too. You cannot use the flag as a piece of clothing or whatever.
Yeah,
and people do it all the time.
So when these people is like, so my freedom of speech does not apply to the flag, then you commit the law. A crime too.
Wow.
By wearing the flag, you're not patriotic. You are a criminal.
So if a person can't speak, right, can they burn the flag? Is that symbolic speech? Is that symbolic speech for them for a person that can't speak? Like,
I think
and then they burn it. Like, just like, did you want them to write down how they feel? Like, what's
I think they're supposed to hand sign that shit like that.
sign that shit, or they have
So
to
all they
write
need
it
to do
down?
is like this.
Yeah, like, I don't know what's going
Ah,
on. Yeah, that is so messed up because they can't hear what we're saying too. That's so messed up. Oh my gosh, yeah, symbolic speech. I gotta think about that some next time.
It's a lot of gray area. I mean, well, I won't say it's a gray area. It's the law is there, but who is there? The enforcer. You know, it's like a manager. There's always a policy for the company. Is the manager going to enforce the law, the policy on this employee? You know, same thing. You know how you.
How do you mean for the employee thing? Like if I work for you, Calvin, does that mean that I can say whatever I want? Or
no, I'm just saying this company policy. Let's say Slim, you cannot wear khaki short to work, right? So when the manager or the supervisor or the team leader saw you wearing a short, it's really up to them to enforce that dress code on you.
Oh yeah.
You know, same thing with any law. I mean, you can make 1,000 fucking law. If the police are not enforcing it, or not saying the police or whoever, like if that law was never exercised or being followed, they'll follow up. How is that even matter?
It doesn't.
No,
that's why people wear American flags on their shirts, shorts, or whatever.
No, it became an arguing point for these people too.
Because no one's regulating
it. It would probably become a fucking discrimination case too. Oh, why is that guy wearing a flag? It's okay, but when I burn it, it's not okay. We both commit the same law, the same crime. It's just like earlier we talked about cocaine and marijuana. They both illegal. Why is this guy getting a much lesser punishment and the other guy is getting a heavier sentence?
Better lawyer. That's the answer now. Better lawyer. Sorry, you can't afford best of the best. Sorry. I'd like that number one is always talk about freedom of speech. No one actually go like, hey, I am with this whatever. Oh, freedom of religion. First Amendment. Number one is always associated with speech more or press. You can say whatever you want. I mean, just this last year, we see a lot of assembly.
So how do you feel about all the censorship right now on Facebook and Twitter? And
how I feel about that?
Let me tell you this real quick, and then you tell me how you feel. Remember I posted this thing about Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, don't matter, this is America. And then one of my friends actually said something about, I guess, I forgot how he said it, but Facebook flagged his post without anyone reported it.
Really?
And he got a 3-day ban by Facebook.
Okay. So I'm going to use that. So I think it's completely fine for Facebook, Twitter to ban or censor anyone that talks about anything they don't like. You know why? Let's just say I go to...
They're a private company.
Because it's a private company. If I go to Saltgrass or any restaurant, right, and say the same shit that people get banned for, do you think they're going to kick me out of the restaurant? And I'm going to bitch and complain like, hey, this is a free country. I can say whatever I want. But you're in my private business. I'm trying to make money here, right? Or, whatever Facebook's trying to do. You can't just say whatever you want. And I use that to compare to people when they complain like, oh, Facebook censored me or whatever, right? Why don't you try to do the same thing at your job? And if they fire you, right, complain the same thing and see where you go. You don't say the same thing around your boss, right? Around other people's supervisors, right? You watch what you say at work or in a public place, but you try to bring that shit to Facebook. Because on Facebook, right, you think you think you're protected for some reason. People can get to you. That's how cyberbullying happens easier online.
Because you're not face to face being confronted.
Yeah, there's no face to face. You think you're
Mm-hmm.
like you could hide behind your little phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't give y'all like, hey, I say this shit. I live at 123 ABC Road. You know, say that shit. Sign all your Facebook posts with your home address, right? And see how many time you post.
Facebook itself is a private company.
Yeah.
But their platform is a public. What's the term for that?
It's a public forum. It feels like a public forum. You can say people think you can say whatever you want. People think Facebook is outside world.
It's still a what they. Okay, let's say a social media, right? It's a public. It's for public. So when people saying that stuff in public, how do a private company comes in and censor you for what you say?
What, did you not read the rules and regulations?
No, it's just a very confusing point right there. I understand, you say, I reserve right to serve anyone when you come to my restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Basically, that's what you're saying, right? Facebook is, I reserve my right to let anyone to use my program.
Yeah.
But when you have a community, now is there how do you determine whether, so you're saying this a group of people, when I'm in your in this whole thing, it's public. It's like you're not supposed to show your dick in public. So so that means if I do it in your private house, I can do it at your house?
No. Please don't put down your pants at my house. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your business model it's a public. It's for public. You can't really just censor them like that.
I don't know. I think
you're not welcoming people in your house. You are putting a program in public for people to download.
So you're saying that people are confused too between reality and fantasy in a way.
Because the company owns that program, but the program is served as a public tool.
But it's not a public tool, right?
It's a communication tool. Do you pay for it?
No.
Then it's public tool. Company owns it. He makes money out of the other way.
Yeah.
He give it out to people. I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah. It's your service. You could choose to go and leave whenever you want. Come and go whenever you want. But I think it's important for Facebook, like, hey, you know what? We shouldn't promote hate. That's not what this is about. Right? I don't see how. I guess at a park, a park is a public playground, right? That's owned by the city and government. You can't just do whatever you want at a park, can you? You don't have to pay for it. Like the taxpayer pay for it in a way if you live in the city. But then you guys can come to the city where I live and go to the park, right? Does that give you guys the right to say whatever you want in front of hundreds of people in that park? It's not a private-owned park.
I think as long as you're not, there'll be people come and yell at you.
Yeah, just like on Facebook.
As long as you're not touching anyone, they really can't say, oh, you can say this, you cannot say that.
Yeah. So we should treat it like a public park.
I don't know. It's just it just got me thinking, because what my coworker told me today. He told me today. He actually told me today, like right before I got off work. He said, hey, I was flagged and I got banned for 3 days. Oh. I was like, really? So he showed me. Yeah, he told me. He can't even like anything. He can still look at the stuff. He cannot comment. He cannot like. And as soon as he clicks something, it would tell, oh, you still have how many hours banned on your account, blah, blah, blah.
So, I've never been Facebook banned. What does that mean? Like, you can't comment, but you can just look through the feed, but without saying anything?
You can still look at the feed, but you cannot say anything. You can't even like someone's post.
Huh.
You know?
So what are they complaining about? Because you can't say or like anything? So that's a bad thing? Why don't you just scroll past the thing and not say shit? Some people can't handle it, I guess.
Some people can't. Some people can't just
let it
just
go.
Scroll, you know?
They
just
can't
scroll,
let it go.
You know?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Because people want to be right all the time, even online. They just want to be right.
Now this is another thing too, right? If he come to my page, my wall to say something, I think I should be the one who has the power to say you can say or you cannot say it.
Well, you could do that. You could do that now, right? You could delete other people's posts.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. But not Facebook themselves. Facebook should not come in and censor people. They should not. They should not pick sides. It become they are choosing sides.
I think they're just choosing their side, right? Like their laws and regulations or whatever that is. I never read those.
I don't know. I mean, if this is something new, I never really think about it. I haven't even take a deep thought about this for more than I haven't even started thinking about it until now. My like I said, my coworker told me this just a few hours ago.
Did they tell him why he was banned? Did Facebook tell you that at all? Like if you're banned or something?
I don't. I think they did, but it's like a list of shit that you click in the link and read why it's against one of the regulations or it was a violation of something. I forgot what it was. A violation. Yeah. It's weird. This is something new to me. It's the first time I heard about this. I heard that people post the tweets got canceled or got deleted. I've seen that, But like Facebook actually doing it, first time.
So you're saying that Facebook hires a department of people to read other people's posts?
Yeah, I didn't even know he made a comment until he showed me.
Huh.
So his post was removed, and his ass got banned without me even knowing it.
He posts on your wall.
Oh.
Wow. It's just people can't shut the hell up. That's it. Didn't they have a saying a long time ago? Hey man, if you don't have something nice to say, right, don't.
Shut the fuck up.
But people, don't. People just forget that. Like, hey, I'm on Facebook. I'm gonna say whatever I want.
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah, a keyboard warrior. Yeah, I never heard of that before, but yes, keyboard warrior. I think that's a good. You think like, hey, why don't you come over and say that to my face?
Actually, during remember when Beto, what's his name? Beto O'Rourke?
Yeah, O'Rourke.
O'Rourke was trying to run for the governor of Texas. I remember I made a comment about Beto, and my friend got really upset about it. He was like, I never asked you to comment anything. I don't comment about your post, and I expect you not to comment on my post. I was like,
what?
Since when you told me that?
That's
he deleted my post, and then I think he unfriended me.
Oh my!
I didn't even say anything bad about Beto. What I said about Beto? All I said was he's not really Mexican. Something like that. It's just like completely out of the and he got really upset.
I have no idea. I thought he was Irish, right? With the name like O'Rourke or something.
But I think he claimed himself part Mexican or something,
Oh, okay.
or Mexican. I don't know, like having a name called Beto, you
And
know.
O'Rourke, right? Like I thought it was Irish. I don't know. I'm not from around. I'm not good with telling names. I just that always Irish. I guess I don't know. I
Yeah,
had no
it
idea.
was yeah.
It's really Mexican.
Yeah. And then he removed my post and he private messaged me and said, "No, you don't do this." And then like a day later,
So that's really
he
funny.
unfriended me.
So let's just say O'Rourke is not Mexican, right? So basically, you're stating a fact, and people get pissed off because you're stating a fact. Like it's like, hey,
I
Len, you're
guess
Chinese, and hey, I didn't ask you to comment on what nationality or what race I am, okay? So I'm gonna ban you.
I remember now. He said he posts a video of him of Beta running for the government, and then he goes, "Hear him." He all he put down was, "Hear him out."
Oh, okay. Oh, and they say he's not
Hear him
Mexican.
out. Hear him out. And that's it. Beto is not Mexican.
Now I'm curious. Like, is
Oh
Beto
my
Mexican?
God.
Is what?
I heard he's Irish, you know,
I thought it was Irish with a name like O'Rourke.
but I heard that he was telling people he's like part, you know, Hispanic, and then he tried to speak Spanish too. You know, when he do those like rally in the Mexican community, you know.
Oh, Beto for Roberto, I guess. Francis, man, what is he? I can't wait. Where's my early life childhood years? Oh, he's Irish. See.
So he's not Irish. I mean, he's not Mexican.
He's Irish.
Oh, part Mexican. I don't know.
Part
That's
Mexican.
right. Yeah.
All I said was he's not Mexican, and then yeah, then I lost a friend.
They lived in El Paso a long time, but
I don't. We're not that close anyway. So
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah.
He might be Hispanic, but you know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he is.
This freedom of speech, man, it got people all mixed up. Man.
It's gonna be like that for a while, cause you know this new generation of people is gonna take their whatever they think freedom of speech is to say whatever you want, which basically is say whatever you want, right? I'm in America. I have freedom of speech. I could say whatever I want. I could do whatever I want too, and I mean as long as it's in the limits of the law.
They can never change my mind about burning a flag is freedom of speech.
Yeah, I don't think burning a flag is freedom of speech.
I don't
Not
think
even
so.
symbolic speech, okay?
Like wiping your ass with the flag, no, it's very disrespectful. I don't care what country's flag. To me it's like a mascot. You know, it's a symbol that represents
the country.
Something.
Yeah, the country that is flying for, yeah.
You know? I have friends that are veterans. Total respect. You know, they told me that they swore to protect the Constitution, not the flag. But dude, that Constitution it's America's, you know, and that flag is representing the United States of America.
You know, we've been talking about the flag so long. I'm surprised that's not an amendment to protect the flag. You would think that would be something easy to do. Like, hey, we should have an amendment to protect the flag. You know, let's call it the 28th Amendment. I think we only have 27, right? How many amendments do we have?
I thought we had 25.
27.
What the hell? 27? Oh, shit, I'm missing 2.
27 is the last one, yeah.
27 the last one, amendments.
Yeah.
Yeah, 27. I like the
Damn, Cody did his homework.
Only 27. I think because that's what we learned in high school.
I think
we learned 10.
Yeah.
Well, the Bill of Rights, but there's always 27 amendments.
Really?
Yeah, 27. I remember learning that in school. Like, there's only 27 amendments.
Yeah, when I first come to America, I always got confused with the with the 10 Amendments. When what was that shit called? The sub guy 係乜嘢啊？
What sub guy is what? I don't know what sub guy. Sub guy.
You know that 10 law from God?
Oh, commandments.
10 Commandments?
The 10 Commandments. That's the Bible
I always
stuff.
got confused.
Yeah.
I always got confused. I was like 10 Amendments.
Like
10
thou shalt
commandments.
not, commit adultery. Thou
Thou
shalt not kill. Thou shalt love thy neighbor. That's not amendments. That's the Bible.
Oh. Yeah.
When I first came, I was like, of course, when you tell me that shit in Chinese, right?
Yeah.
I will be totally honest. But when amendment and commitment to me, like when you first came, everything sounds pretty much the same, right? And then I'll be like, 10 Commandments, why? Why 10 Commandments? I like why we're teaching 10 Commandments in history class,
Because God is part of history, okay?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny. 10 Commandments, yeah. Thou shalt not do this.
No, we're not going that.
No,
We're not going there. Not today. Not today. Don't even. No.
Shit. That's funny. 10 Commandments. Yeah, you're right. I can see how that could be confusing. Is it commandments or amendments?
They both end with M-E-N-T.
Yeah, M-E-N-T. It's so hard for me to comprehend. Amendments, commandments.
Mm-hmm.
Amendments is rights that we have, okay? Commandment is like, hey, things that you shouldn't do.
You're saying I'm not supposed to jack off? No, I'm just kidding.
You're not supposed to, kill another person.
Oh my God, I lost the screen again. What the fuck? So what was the other thing you were talking about?
Well,
The
I was talking about
15 days.
15 what?
15 days of what?
Oh, 15 days of Chinese New Year. Do you guys do any of this? So, today's Chinese.
I thought we only...
Is it 15? Hold on.
Okay.
Is it 10 or 15? I don't even know.
It's
I thought
15,
it's 7
right?
days or something.
Oh my shirt.
People are, in China, people are off this 2 weeks, right? No one's going work for the next 2 weeks.
Not this year. Shit.
Oh, not this year, yeah, because everybody stay home.
My brother-in-law is afraid to go back to a hometown for the Chinese New Year this year. He didn't go back. You know how Chinese they like to have the Golden Week.
Yeah.
Right? They have that 2 weeks because everybody's off. So a lot of people like to travel. They go to Hong Kong, go to Taiwan, go to different places, different countries for vacation, all kind of shit. No one's doing that this year.
No.
My brother-in-law went back home for Chinese New Year last year. He ended up getting stuck there for 3 months. He almost lost his job, right? Yeah, pandemic, right? Everything got shut down and shit. My wife is from Yicheng. Yicheng is 3 hours west from Wuhan.
Wow.
It's like going Dallas to Houston.
Shorter.
Wuhan shut down and Yicheng got shut down within 12 hours. Not even 24. It's nearly the same fucking area, almost. Just 3 hours away. Yeah, my wife landed in China on the 21st. 22nd, she stayed in Shanghai. Wait, no, she landed on 19th. And then 2021, she went back home on the 21st. She stayed there for less than 48 hours and fucking shit, everything shut down.
So that means no one really celebrate at home this year.
No one went back. I mean, at least my brother-in-law didn't, and his wife didn't. They were like, fuck that. What if like people start traveling and then this shit fucking blow up again?
Yeah, blow up again.
Yeah. So they stay where they work. They stay there. They fucking putting all this OT right now. Because during the Golden Week, if you work, you get double pay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or you get a bonus, something like that. So they are not going back to celebrate. No.
I never read about or heard about other countries vaccinating. Have you guys followed up with that? I only hear America, the vaccine. Are the people
Yeah,
getting
Europe,
vaccinated in
right?
Europe, right?
China, Hong Kong. China has their own vaccine.
They have their own vaccine, huh?
Hmm. Have you taken your shot?
Not yet. I'm thinking about probably not the first wave.
I heard that you can actually just find out where and then just fucking show up.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
so
you don't even
you don't need to
Hmm.
register?
I think you need to get like a number. That's it. If
Because
you
my
go to the
dad wants it.
county, if you go to the city, you're in Collin County still, or you're
No,
in
I'm
different
in
county now?
Denton County.
Go to Denton County website. There's like a wait list, or you can put your name on it. Once you register, you get a number. I'm registered in Collin County. My number is 172 blah 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 some thousand.
Oh wow.
So I'm assuming there's 100
Yeah.
some thousand people in front of me.
Holy
But
crap.
but I was told that you can actually find out where the center is, where they're giving the shot. Just show up and show them your
number?
the screenshot of and then they be able to assist you from there. I don't think I'm in phase one anymore. I was in phase one, but because of the shortage of vaccine, the vaccination, whatever you call it, I think we got moved. We were supposed to be in phase 1B.
1B, yeah. I think you said that last time.
Yeah, but when I look at the 1B, we're no longer in there.
So they pushed you back without you knowing, but you still get to keep your number? I guess it's easy. Because my dad wants a shot, But like, if I get the shot, I had to take him out 2 separate times. And I know, like, last week, right? They started doing it at Texas Motor Speedway.
They were doing. I think they were doing that shit at the Toyota Stadium, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened now. I haven't been following.
People say it's pretty fast. Like, my appointment's at 4:45. I left it by 5:15. So it seems okay. Like, it's moving along pretty fast.
When I found out this vaccine is a new technology, and I kind of don't want to take it right now.
Huh. That's
what's
it
called? mRN2 shot, whatever.
Is that what that's called? mRN2?
It's a technology that is supposed to alter your DNA.
It could be a good or bad thing.
It's supposed to go into your DNA and make you naturally, like your body actually naturally resists immune from this virus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it sounds good.
So you won't even affect from it or something like that. It's just fucking crazy. I was like, no one's fucking coming and change my DNA. That's how World War Z starts.
No.
A fucking cancer shot, cancer vaccine. It changes your DNA so you will not get cancer, and everybody turn into a fucking zombie. Hell no. I don't have enough firepower to protect myself, I'm telling you. My shit is recreational, man. The target cannot move.
Once the target moves, I'm out of this game.
I'm fucked. I don't have 20 rounds, man. I'm telling you, man, shit. I'm not taking that shot. I mean, I know my dad really want me to because, they're high risk, right?
Yeah.
And for my lines of work, they always want me to. They ask me that shit like every week. Have you taken a shot yet? Have you taken a shot yet?
Have they taken
and they even look. Cody?
No, your parents. Have they taken a shot yet?
No. No, they haven't.
I thought they would be the first to get this shot before you would.
Mhm.
My dad wants it. My dad wants a shot.
Kelson's parents took it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he said they registered in Dallas County with their old address, and they got it real fast. Like from register to get the vaccine, it's like less than 10 days.
You think it's because they're in Dallas County?
I don't know. I think Dallas County has maybe more supplies.
More people.
I mean that you can look it up and find out if your parents really interested to. I'm gonna wait for the other one. Johnson Johnson's coming up one.
Yeah, Cody told me that too. The one shot.
Yeah, it's the old technology. It's actually a vaccine, so it might work, it might not work, right?
Yeah.
The old vaccine for seasonal flu shot is 60%, right? It's not even fucking 90 or whatever. So this shit is like
69%.
this is way lower effective to the coronavirus. But hey, shit, if it doesn't work, what's the worst, If I would just fucking shit that shit out from my body, instead of being altered, change me to something else. I might fucking wake up with a fucking tail, like. You altered,
Alter
like,
your DNA.
I become fucking Dragon Ball Z,
I know, it's
Fuck
like
that.
when you say alter your DNA, like I'm like, are you telling me that you're gonna change me to a white person? Like, is that how that works?
No, it makes your body naturally
Fight the
immune from that. Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. I just think that it should, like, I don't know. It's hard to say. It might work. It might not work. How do you tell? I mean, like, have they?
You don't know.
I know that the cases have gone down since there's more vaccination.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. I can't wait to go back to Hong Kong. I only have 2 weeks vacation. I cannot use these 2 weeks for self quarantine.
Why would you go to Hong Kong? Would you want to go someplace else? I know me and Cody talked about that a long time ago. Like, always go to Hong Kong, Why not go someplace else?
I need to update my ID.
Oh,
I
you need to update ID, yeah.
I need to. I was supposed to go back last year, 2020's 2020 summer. I was supposed to go back. I was looking for tickets, and then the pandemic started, so I never got the ticket. Luckily, otherwise I would lose that money too.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to my agent about that, and then she was like, "Hey, all that shit going on in China, we might want to wait. Just hold on to it right now." That was back in early January or mid-January, and then fucking week or two later, boom. Yeah, I was lucky I didn't buy the ticket. Otherwise, I would lose all that.
Lose all money, right?
They're not doing refund on that because it's not their cost. Like, they didn't cost us, so the airline. The company were not refunding any tickets.
They're not refunding,
they were issuing vouchers.
So
they were issuing vouchers.
Oh, a voucher for a later day. So I was gonna say
no cash.
So I was gonna say, like, if they don't refund you, does that mean, like, hey, you said they won't refund, right? I don't want a voucher. I want to fly at this time.
Yeah.
Would
Here's
they let
the
you
thing
do that?
too. You know how many airline companies actually closed down
because of the pandemic?
Or either. I mean, the one, right? Changwing, right? What's the name of Changwing? Eva? Is it Eva?
EVVA?
I think Eva is
airline, right?
Yeah, airline.
Chanyong is Eva, right?
Yeah, Eva. Yeah, it's Eva.
I think they closed, right? Or Cathay Pacific, one of them. I don't know, either one. They fucking closed.
I didn't even hear about this. I thought they're still in business. Really?
So my question is, if you issue me a fucking voucher and then you closed, who's gonna accept that voucher?
Huh.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Unless they were bought by somebody else, that's why they closed, right?
It's like my Renegade ticket, my season ticket with Renegade. I still haven't heard anything from them. I was told that we're supposed to get like a discount on our next season ticket. Now, right now, it's like, do I still want to be a fucking season ticket holder now? It's just, anyways, it's just weird. Well, yeah, back to this 15-day thing, man. From my understanding, we had 7 days for the actual celebration.
Celebration, okay.
But you still proceed after 7 days but it's like a little minor celebration. For example, you still see when you see people, you still go, Happy New Year with them, and then you still get the, red
The lucky
envelope,
money, yeah.
and but the actual like you will go to people, family, blah blah, celebrate. It's like 7 days or 3 days. The day seven is the Yan Yat, right?
Stay seven.
Everyone's birthday.
Oh yeah, celebrate humans. Yeah, yan yat.
Yeah, it's like the everybody's birthday. It's the day number 7.
Oh, we eat different healthy foods. Okay. Oh, plus like yi mean and stuff. That's what that is. Okay.
You mean it's what we call long
Yeah, long
noodle.
life. Yeah, long noodle.
So it's chang sao.
Chang sao man. Yeah.
Yeah. So we eat that to represent long life,
Yep. I love yi mean. Yi mean's good.
and then we eat tong yun,
Tong yuan. Yeah.
like tun yun,
Mhm.
tong yun.
Yan yat.
It
Oh,
means
it
it
is.
means the whole, complete together. I don't ever. I've never seen anyone actually celebrate all 15 days. But yeah, China
Yeah,
get like.
I was gonna ask you that. Do anybody celebrate 15 days, or do we even do 5? There's one where like, hey, you visit family. You know, the third day you stay at home. The second day is like everybody visit family.
First 3 days we do all the families.
Yeah, family
visiting.
stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to every single relative's house in those 3 days.
So I'm thinking, 3 days. So you had your plan, right? Hey, today
Yeah.
I come out first, okay? So you guys stay home. So tomorrow I'll stay home, and then you come around. There's a lot of planning, man. I can't
No,
believe this happened so long.
usually.
What about iPhones? What about?
Well, my family, right? On the first, we all go to my oldest uncle's house.
Yeah, you go to the oldest person's house. It
Yeah,
says
the
on
oldest
here, too,
person's
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And then like after lunch, right? Then we'll go to like whoever's the second uncle, third uncle, my aunt, blah blah blah. And then like day 2, we'll go to other relatives' house.
Mhm.
Cousin, my dad's cousin, are my grandma's brothers, their house on day 2, and then 3 we just kind of get together. Like I basically see my entire fucking family like 3 days in a row.
Yeah, 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 days in a row, and then from 4th, 5th, and on, I think they go back to work in Hong Kong. They go back to work on the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah, 4th, 5th. Well,
I
the
think
first
in
day is
Hong Kong.
worship at God.
Yeah.
In
In Hong Kong. I don't know about Taiwan, but China you get 2 weeks off. Crazy.
China, yeah, definitely.
I think Taiwan's at 5 days.
5
Yeah.
days. So it's a week. It's still nice.
Yeah.
Do you guys have this tradition in Taiwan, Cody? On the last day of New Year, before the first, all kids supposed to stay up as late as possible.
Yeah, something like that. I remember.
It represents
young, yeah.
your family, your the parents. Like if the later I stay up that night, the better health my parents is the next year.
It says
I
something
remember
like
I
that.
stayed out that, but I don't remember the reason though. I remember I did that when I was younger. Yeah.
That's why we had
Well,
all that shit
what is it?
24 hours on the last 2 days before New Year. We had the flower market. Remember? I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all have that.
I know
We
the
have the flower market, Fosse. So
Yeah,
it
Fosse.
stayed open till like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh.
basically, that's where we go. We go fucking hang out there, and stuff like
Aren't you
that.
supposed to have dinner the New Year's Eve day? Like you're supposed to have a family dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
團年飯
Tuning
年
fun,
飯
yeah. We're having
Yeah.
that tomorrow, actually.
And then after that, you fucking go hang out, right?
Yeah, just hang out.
You're
Yeah,
like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
and then when you get home, you're supposed to be like super fucking tired. You probably take an hour, 2 hours nap, and then your parents wake up. Then you have to fucking
Go see your
And then-
family.
pour the tea, for the fucking, the lotus seed with sugar, and then you get your envelope, and you all fucking wake up again. You're like, whoa, fucking envelope, money.
Yep.
Then we go to my oldest uncle's house, my grandma /
Wow.
That's our Chinese New Year. Not here.
Not here, no.
Not here.
They don't celebrate Chinese.
Hey, for the first day, do you guys do this dinner thing for your ancestors to come to eat?
What?
Like you
What do you
just cook like you just cook the food, right? So in Taiwan, when we did on the first day, we cook the food, right? But we don't eat it. We supposedly our ancestor will come visit us. So basically, we cook all the food, right? We left on the table and we set everything up. And supposedly our ancestor comes in the door to eat that. Do you guys do that too?
I think we do that on the 30th.
On the 30th.
The last day of New
30th.
Year, and then the food we left on the table, we'll eat it for lunch.
Yeah, we do that.
Oh yeah. We have that too. But usually it's not a lot of food. It's just a fucking chicken.
Yo, it's a chicken. I know that.
It's always a chicken.
Yeah, the 白切雞, right? Yeah, it's a chicken.
Yeah, maybe 燒肉, you know?
Yeah.
Some 燒肉 and chicken, and that's it. Yeah. The rest of all the food, you know, they cook it fresh.
It dies, like, you know, we don't really do that anymore, right? Now that we're older.
Yeah. No, it's not how we're older. We don't do that anymore. It's we live here, man.
Because we live here.
My other friend, she just posted something too. She was like it's just Chinese New Year just being lesser meaning to us year by year.
Because we live in America.
When we are living apart from
our culture.
Our culture, it just means lesser and less. Like I just had a conversation with my wife earlier. I was like, you're from China, but you don't give a shit about any of these holidays. I was like, I never really want to say anything, but you know, this year I just kind of like, I really want to say something. I said, why you don't put any of this New Year decoration in our house?
Mm-hmm.
She had none, zero. She didn't even think about making the envelope money. I asked her yesterday. I was like, did you get did you change any like money? $5 for the red envelope? She was like, no. I was like, it's Chinese New Year. She was like, I know. That's all I got from her. I know. I was like, okay. I'm like, what am I supposed to say, right? You want me to pay? I pay, you know. But you know,
that's funny.
I always pay her back. But this year, she has zero attention to do that. And her excuse was, we're not going to go anywhere anyways.
Well,
I was like, it's not just this
year. Did you guys do it? Like, what about last year? You didn't do it last year.
Yeah, you didn't do it the year before. I was like, we've been married for fucking 12 years. That you didn't do it once, not once. You know, not once. I mean, I was like, my kids can't even say their fucking name correctly. And you tell me you don't speak English. You know? So basically our kids had no attention to they didn't even attempt to try to communicate with you because you don't fucking talk to them.
So what are you trying to say, your wife is lazy?
I don't know what's the term for that.
It's lazy. So it's so funny when you talk about.
Don't even talk to the kids. I was like, my kids can't even say their fucking name. When I tell them to say "恭喜发财," good choice. I'm like,
oh man. I make my voice say this morning. They say "恭喜发财" to my parents.
I mean, come on. My kids went to Chinese school, man. They went to Chinese school.
Oh, that's funny.
And they can't even say 恭喜发财. You know? I mean, what were you doing at home? You know, anyways, that was just like shit like this, right? Not talking about me being here fucking 28, 29 years. My wife barely lived in America for like 12 years.
That's gonna be your kids gonna be really growing up really weird. Like, oh, I never spoke to my mom because you know she didn't speak English. What? It's really weird, right? Like, Like, what? I never spoke to my
Yeah.
mom. Like, what?
My mom and I, we only have 3 exchange like sentences. Say fine.
She's just this
Hold
lady
on.
that cook us dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Say fine. Hold on. Like out.
She's just this Chinese lady that tell us what to do.
Yeah. Eat, shower, go to bed. Whole day. Whole day.
They're gonna have like their own podcast. We're like, hey, do you know what mom's likes? Dude, I have no idea what mom likes.
Oh my god. Oh, my mom played League of Legends. Yeah. Yeah, my wife plays League of Legends. Can you believe that? And she's pretty fucking good at that shit too. She has ranking.
League of Legends.
She played with her friends, and they fucking do like ranked tournaments and shit.
Oh man, that's funny.
Every day.
So in a way,
Every
okay.
day.
So your kids don't talk to your mom or their moms, right? In a way, they kind of growing up like you. Like you never told like your parents that you did something bad, right? But in this case, good or bad, they don't talk to your mom at all.
I hardly ever like I don't talk to my parents. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you, they only
I don't talk to my brother. I don't talk to my friends. I do more now. When I first met you guys, but you know, half the time my parents are in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys that?
No.
It was just my brother and I at the apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad was still traveling back and forth for his work. And then my mom, of course, she's like, I want, you're not going back by yourself,
Yeah.
And shit like that. So it was majority like for the first 2-3 years, it was just me and my brother.
Wow.
I mean, my parents are here, but they fly back and forth, like couple months here, 2 months in Hong Kong, fly back 3-4 months here, and then fly back Hong Kong 2-3 months.
Damn.
For like 2 years at least.
Wow.
So my brother and I would never talk. I never, not only just that, before Hong Kong too. Both my parents worked. My brother lived in Canada.
Your brother lives in Canada now?
He used to.
Oh, he used to. Oh, okay.
Well, he went to Canada. Like when he was younger, we lived together. But then when he 中二, right, form 2, form 3, he went to Canada, and he was there for a year and a half. And then he came back, and then he stayed here for like 1 semester. He went to some international school for 1 semester. And then, sorry, I took it back. He was in America first. He used to live in here.
Yeah.
1989. My brother stayed. I didn't stay. So we went back to Hong Kong. My brother was here for like a year. Came back and studied at this school, international school, for maybe half a semester or 1 semester. Then he went to Canada, and he was there for like maybe 2 years.
Oh wow.
Right before we moved to America, he moved back to Hong Kong for a few months, and then we all traveled because he has to travel with us. He cannot enter from Canada.
Ah, okay.
So he has to fly back to Hong Kong and then from Hong Kong back, in the United States. Then he was here for like a year with us.
Yeah.
A year and a half maybe. Then he went to the Navy.
Oh, he was in the Navy? I didn't know that. That's cool.
94 to 2003, 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And then in 2000 he came back, and then about 6 months later he went back to China and worked for my aunt.
Oh wow.
Until 2008. 2009. He moved back in 2009, and then I started my business in Domino's, and then I moved to Kansas City. So I never lived with my brother.
Wow.
Yeah, I never lived with my brother.
Dang.
Yeah.
But your brother's still in Texas?
Mm-hmm. He's here. He's been back since he moved back from China. He's been back.
Wow. What does your brother do?
He was a manager for Murphy.
Oh, he was? Murphy?
Yeah, until he got fucking laid off during the pandemic. He actually just recently got laid off too. What month?
Wow. Layoff
November.
in a year.
He either got laid off in October or November.
Damn, that's tough.
Oh yeah, it's tough. So now he just I don't know what he's doing now. To be honest, I don't know. He doesn't live with my parents. I don't know how he survived. To be honest. So I hardly talk to him. My parents don't like. He called my parents once every 2 weeks because he needs to go back and get some stuff. I was like, other than that, I said, do you talk to him other than he come back and get stuff? He was like, no. My family is fucking weird, dude. I'm telling you.
Talk about fucking. I was just gonna ask you, right? Like when you go to work, like so your kids don't talk to their mom the whole time you're working. They just wait until you come home. Like, hey, can you tell mom this?
Oh no, my wife tell me, hey, tell your kids this, tell your kids that.
Oh.
I was like, why don't you tell them yourself? They don't listen to me. Of course, because you don't fucking talk to them. It's weird, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
It's a weird relationship. Not to have your
Very
mother,
weird.
but she's there. Huh.
Yeah. So they basically, if they need anything, they call me on my cell phone.
Oh
I was
my
like,
goodness.
tell mom. I said, tell mom, I don't know how to say it.
Your wife understands English, right? Like I'm pretty sure she understands fine.
Probably 80%.
80% is a lot. That's more than people who were born here.
But she won't speak it.
She won't speak it. She's probably not confident. Do you think that's the reason?
Maybe. Hey, she know 100% Cantonese and she won't speak it.
She know 100% Cantonese? Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can say anything to her with any kind of fucking slang I learned since fucking I was year of 0 to today. She will understand everything I say because she watched a lot of fucking TV shows.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, she watched shit that I'd never seen before. I'm not kidding. She watched everything that come up from Hong Kong and China and Taiwan.
So for a person that only knows Mandarin, Cantonese is still harder to learn than English, but she learned Cantonese. Right? Cantonese is harder to learn than English.
No, Cantonese is harder because you have to know the writing.
Yeah, the writing.
Honestly, Chinese, to learn Chinese, you have to learn the writing. Otherwise, you will have a very hard time understanding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, some people do speak it, but then they can't write, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you know
my
wife,
right. My wife already knows the words, so all she needs to do is read the subtitles.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Wow. Your kids go to Chinese school but don't speak Chinese. It's it feels like there should be a TV show about your family, just the 5 of you.
It's very tough, man. It's like fucking 3 kids. It's like $600, $500 some dollars for a semester.
Yeah.
For nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing. And they can barely write their fucking name.
Yeah. No way.
They don't learn. I mean, you have to speak. It's like English. I learned English for a very long time, but I couldn't use it until I came to America.
Yeah.
And then for the first like 4 or 5 years, I couldn't until what? Like 5 years later after I moved here.
5 years. To speak more confidently.
Remember my first job? Did you guys ever came to my first job?
Was it Burger King?
The Whataburger.
Is it Whataburger? I can't remember. It's a burger place, right?
Well, Burger King was later.
Burger King was later. Okay.
Whataburger. I worked at that Whataburger. Now it's a vapor shop. Yeah, the one on Spring Creek in 75.
Oh,
that used to be
a Whataburger.
The gas station.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The mattress store, and then the Whataburger.
That used to be a Whataburger. I do remember.
Yeah, that was my first job. You guys didn't even know that. I worked there for like 6 months, maybe.
Wow. It's probably because we couldn't drive. That's why.
And then I worked at that Ross on Parker.
On what though? On Parker?
Ross?
Oh, Ross.
Yeah.
There's
still
a
Super One across.
Yeah, the Ross is still there.
Is it still there?
Oh
no, something else now.
But
I don't know what
it's not Parker and on 75.
Parker Alma. Parker Alma.
Oh, there's no Ross there now. Parker and Alma.
Parker, you know the DMV?
Oh, that's on Custer. Parker and Custer.
Custer?
Yeah.
It's Alma Custer.
Yes, Custer. The DMV is still
Custer, actually. Yeah.
There's a Pizza Hut outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you worked at a Pizza Hut.
Walmart. I mean, not Walmart. There used to be a Ross right there.
Really, man? I don't remember that.
Oh, okay.
I think I can picture it.
There isn't a Ross now. Yeah.
Yeah, Ross. Well, there's still Ross on Parker, but by 75.
Yeah, that one's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be a Super One, is it? Or Second Save?
Yeah, there's a Super One where what's that?
The Home Depot.
H Mart.
Oh, that's a Super One.
H Mart used to be Second Save.
Yeah, H Mart should be Second Save. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Super One used to be
Super One
Home Depot.
It's Home Depot.
Home Depot. Yeah, Super One's a Home Depot.
Yeah. I remember, man.
I remember the Second Save where H Mart, because there was a Street Fighter machine there. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the Street Fighter.
That's where the black kid asked me how to do the invisible throw.
Yeah. That's an arcade there. That's why I remember the Second Save.
They have a Street Fighter 2 in Second Save.
Yep. I think it was a championship edition. I remember.
I know it was just a regular one.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's so long ago. That's the stuff we remember. There was an arcade there.
Yeah, and I remember I did an invisible throw on that fucking black kid, and then he was like, "You cheating!" and then I showed him. I was like, I used my very limited English and told him, "Look, me show you. Look."
Oh my gosh, man! How did we get to talk about our old city, man?
Did y'all see that video I sent you?
You sent us several. I
Steven,
seen the one with Jimmy Fallon.
Steven, how's your midterm? Oh, I got all A's. Okay,
I saw that. I got geology B average or B plus or whatever.
Oh, okay, all A's. Okay, we take average.
And I like when he pretended to be.
I raised a donut.
Yeah, I used to walk 26 miles uphill both ways. Like, what? How's that possible?
With one foot, the other foot, I start a business. We used to study with 4 walls, but no ceiling. Well, you know, no chair. Seating was not invented yet. It's so funny. When I go to lunch, I had to fight 2 lions. Every day, the same 2 lions.
You know, looking at that kid, right, it feels like he's a millennial, but he still grew up with parents that are like probably our cousins or something, right? Like, he was kind of young to be making that video. I thought it was still funny.
That was way too fucking funny.
It was. I love that 26-mile thing uphill. Both trips uphill.
I walked 20 miles both ways.
Uphill, okay?
With one foot, my other foot starting a business.
City has not been invented yet.
Oh my god! I really watched that movie, that video so many times.
Oh,
it's so funny.
So great. Oh.
What the hell you say?
Oh.
I raised a donut.
No, that's really quite funny. I love it.
Yeah.
What else did I have?
So the next time Are we going into that, whatchamacallit, the 11th to 27th Amendment? Oh my God! If we do that, I'm gonna need 2 weeks. I need to study.
No, I thought it was always funny. Like, okay, let me hear about the amendment, okay? And then we're like, I never heard of this amendment before. Do we even use this to this day? Right? Do we use these amendments to this day? Like,
the first 10 are basically human rights.
yeah, base 10. I mean, like, the law and people are breaking laws and stuff every day. Those are, usually eased. Like from 11, like if we just do 10 every week, right? I don't know. Like, do we use all 27 amendments? Is that why we don't have new ones? We don't even have
25th. I always heard about 25th.
Yeah, 25th. Like, it's still only low, like mid 20s though. Like, what are amendments for? Like, now we have the internet. Do we even have laws and rules on the internet now? I don't even know about that. How is a law different from an amendment? Amendment is freedom.
Amendment is basically
protects your rights.
I guess it's the law based on this amendment. And then there's different laws attached to each amendment.
Okay.
I believe. I mean, dude, come on. If I know I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, no,
if I know my parents won't be so disappointed.
You can start. You didn't have to start one foot with a business.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Gosh, what do you guys have planned for this weekend? Because it's very cold in Texas, by the way. I think this is the coldest I ever been in Texas. It's just cold everywhere, right?
Yeah, coldest, I would say.
This is the average. This is the average in Kansas City, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
I had to deal with this shit for like 5 years.
Are you dressed still the same though? Like, do you have besides that nice coat you have? I don't have anything thicker to protect me for 15 degrees weather. Okay, because
dude, I have a lot of clothes that I haven't wear since I moved back to Texas.
Yeah,
now
winter clothes, right?
Now I can use all of them.
Yeah, the next 3 days. Next Saturday is better, like 54, But then this next whole week is like, dude, it's cold every day. Every day is cold.
The coldest day will be Monday.
It's Monday, like high of 15, and that's
but
high.
This shit will start tomorrow.
Yes, this starts tomorrow.
And Sunday it starts tomorrow, but then Sunday is gradually, drop temperature, and then Saturday is going to be the worst. Imagine if it snow on Sunday, and then Monday don't even go out there. Trust me on that.
Well, you know what? Monday my boys have off from school.
I don't know how comfortable you are with driving in the snow or with ice on the black ice.
Not comfortable at all. Yeah.
I'm probably okay, but I'm not gonna brag about it. I'll probably still be really cautious about driving.
Yeah. But are you off Monday? Because your work. Because I'm.
Oh
off
hell
Monday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's holiday, man.
Yeah.
Is it like President's Day or something?
It's President's Day. You don't even know.
I don't know. It's a holiday.
Yeah, it is President's Day.
It's President's Day. My boys don't have school, and I don't have work.
Biden's Day.
Yeah, it's Biden's Day.
Biden's Day.
President's Day.
Hey, he is my president. Trump's my president. I'm a fucking American. I don't give a shit about which party they are. He is a president.
My president. No, I agree too. Trump is my president. Like, even though
I mean, I don't like a lot of shit he did, but
Yeah. It's way funny. Like, during Trump was president, right? If I had a ticket and like, hey, you get to meet the president, Lamb, and then my wife would ask me, you still would meet him? Yeah, it's still meeting the president. How many times do you get to meet the president?
Yeah. He could be the shittiest president in the world.
He's still the president.
He's still the president.
Yeah. How many people get to meet the president? Yeah. How many people get to meet the president?
Yeah. Not many.
Not many. I still get to meet the president. I'm going to shake his hand and everything. That way I get to say, I touched the president. Sounds kind of weird when you say it like that.
Or I can actually go see you to meet the person, the shittiest person in the world.
Yeah. Even meeting a past president is still meeting a president.
Still pretty cool.
It's still pretty cool. I could meet.
Yeah.
Bush.
I don't like Obama, but he was my president.
Yeah.
I would meet his ass.
Yeah, I would meet his ass.
I'll probably get an autograph too, and take a fucking picture.
In a picture.
And then I'll be like, I'll post it and like, look, I took a picture with this asshole.
Even if you said that, that's the shit.
President.
That's the shit that confused people, right? Let's just say you don't like Obama, and people are like, "What? Then why did you take a picture with him? Because they're still the president."
He's still the president.
I don't like Tom Brady. I still take a picture with Tom Brady. It's still someone famous.
I don't care if Biden is the shittiest president, but he's the president. It's the fact. It's reality.
Yeah, it's reality. So
nothing we can change about that.
Yeah.
Nothing we can change about that.
Yep. You just gotta live with it. He's my president.
Shit, we're just gonna end it right here.
That's right.
He's my president.
Right. That's right.
He's my president.
He's
Bye.
my president. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in on this episode of FCP. If you like what we talk about, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts by commenting below and let us know. See you guys on the next one.
看什么看？没见过这么帅的老大。